So I'm here chatting with Charlie from OK Positive, which is our mental health and wellbeing app as part of our National Stress Awareness Week. Charlie set up the app that we use. He used to work in recruitment, and after a few years in the business, thought it would be a good idea and beneficial to set up this app that we now use in our company. So Charlie, could you just tell us a bit about yourself and your background and how you came to set up OK Positive?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Lloyd. So started the business in July 2019. I worked for a FTSE listed recruitment business, franchised out in Edinburgh, which was brilliant. It was my first proper career job, and I was a temporary finance recruiter, and loved the job, loved helping people get jobs. But it was the practices, it was the KPIs, the management pressure and the strain on each franchise that I think filtered down quite heavily. And I've always been someone that struggled with OCD and anxiety, and that filtered in with kind of that high level of performance and stress, which culminated in me having 3 or 4 panic attacks a day. So I used to hide away in the company toilets playing on a snooker game on my phone to get myself out of it. And I realized I was costing the business a load of money. I was also costing myself quite a lot of my health. So I wanted to make a change and create an application that would help me.
You mentioned there, the ways that the stress and anxiety manifested itself for you. And I think that's probably something that people don't realise. I think people have these little things that they do and they don't realise that it is a symptom of stress and anxiety. They go, oh, that's just kind of part of the job. And especially in recruitment as well, which is so target driven, like you said. Everyone's got KPIs, and you know, people deal with it in different ways. Some weeks you have a good week, or some months you have a good month. Sometimes it's not so much. But when you're not having a good time and you've got those KPIs and the pressure from yourself as much as people above you bearing down on you, how do you think the best way to deal with that is in the context of kind of recruitment?
To answer your question around stress itself, how to manage it, it's setting yourself clear goals for me. The things that I found stressed me out the most were doing things for the sake of it. So I would book in kind of a structure around my day, around my week, about what I wanted to achieve, minimum, medium, maximum, and I'd do those. And if I never got to the maximum, that was fine, because I'd done at least medium on my list. And people talk about they don't want to have, I think chaos ensues and you get very, very stressed when you don't know what you're doing next. There's no structure to it. You're flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
So I would always put my time management priorities, right? What do I have to get done today? Right. I need to do the admin on all of these placements. I need to get them signed, send over the details of the contracts. I need to get the payment invoices sent out. And then at the same time, I needed to book in 4 or 5 meetings for myself next week. And if I did those things and I structured it like that, then for me, my mind, my OCD, I didn't go kind of after myself. I was a bit more comfortable. That was one way, time management, but also finding things in life that externally, outside of work, helped me. Exercising was number 1 for me. Going to the gym for an hour, going for a run, going for a walk, just clears your head. It means that your mind's not as busy. You're not constantly thinking about, right, what do I need from next month to hit my target to get that bonus and my margins. So that was one thing, but that doesn't necessarily work for everyone. It's just one of those things externally that worked for me.
What would be your one piece of advice, your quick, not silver bullet, but just quick bit of advice for them to help them I don't know, kind of manage everything, put everything in perspective?
Yeah, for me, it's very much gratitude is the simple answer. Because no matter what happens, whether it's a busy week or a slow week, you're going to feel stressed about your work. You always are. But you've got to write down key things, just the 3 things you're happy about. Whether it's your job, whether it's your life, write those things down, and it puts things into perspective, because it's never as bad as it seems. That's quite an extreme way of looking at it. But for me, even gratitude could be my wins this week. So my wins were I placed a candidate. I helped someone get their job. I made £5,000 of gross margin for the business. Whatever it may be, write those things down and remember them, because quite often in recruitment, it's easy to go next, right? You never soak up and look back and go, actually, today's been a good day because I got those 3 amazing things done, or that one amazing thing done. And that's it. If you put that gratitude in, or as I called them, small wins, it puts things into perspective for you.
Everything that you've been speaking about has led you to the creation of your app, OK Positive. We use it. It's got a lot of pickup in our company. We really like it. I personally use it as well. I was saying to you the other day that the push notifications from it really help, just because they remind you every day to do something really simple, like, you know, take a break, just do some deep breaths or something like that. What would you say to someone who's looking to download the app? Where's the best place to start once they've got the app, and how does it work?
Yeah, so it's on the iOS, so it's on the App Store, and it's on the Android Google Play Store. It can also be used on a desktop browser once you've downloaded it, to make it as accessible for everyone. I looked at it as a people performance thing for myself. So I wanted to learn about myself first and foremost. I mean, most people nowadays have a Fitbit, or they look at their stats for physical health, but we don't really do anything for mental health. And funnily enough, people never realize, but mental health is the thing that gets you out of bed to go and exercise, to go to work, look after your loved ones, to do something. So you need to look after it. It's like, you know, when you get a cold and you get the sniffles, you know that the cold's coming because of the sniffles. You're like, right, okay, what do I do now? Take a Lemsip, I rest a bit so that it doesn't make it worse. I'm not in bed for the next week. With mental health, you've got to start noticing those things, those sniffles, those things that are coming, whether that's snapping at your friends or your loved one, or being grumpy at work, or not focusing properly. Utilizing this app helps you realize those trends and those bits of information that you maybe didn't realize. Right, I'm feeling rubbish on a Monday. It's because of what I'm doing on a Sunday, or it's because I leave so much work for my Monday morning. So maybe I should push that to Tuesday and focus on Monday as a consolidation day. Like, learn about yourself, because you've got to be the master of yourself. Like, you've got to be the best version of yourself to make the most money, to be the most successful, to be as happy as you can. Like, we all chase this happiness tag. You're not going to be happy all the time, and that's fine. Like, notice it. Notice that you don't feel good, and write why that is down so you can remember it for next time. That's what we're trying to provide, and that's where you can find it. I suppose it's on both app stores.
I'd highly recommend it, and everyone that works for the recruitment group, you've got access to it paid for already. So download it, have a play around with it, and see if you can find something that works for you. Thank you for your time today, Charlie, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.